Hey, welcome to the stream. We are just finalizing. So we will be watching room 1, lobby 1. Once again, there'll be 7 humans in the first round in lobby 1. Lobby 2 will have 7, lobby 3 will have 7, and lobby 4 will have 6, assuming that everyone turns up. Hello, Reno, I see you in chat there. And the rest of the spots will be filled with bots. We're just finalizing rooms 2, 3, and 4 at this point in time. Give it another minute or so, and if that's the case, then we'll just kick off. Anyone that hasn't got in game in another minute will miss out. So just sort that out for the 3 lobbies. And of course, top 4 do advance in each lobby through to round 2, and then we'll have 2 games, and the top 4 will also advance. Reno, you can certainly join. If you'd like to observe, you're welcome. You see the code there on screen. You're more than welcome to observe, absolutely. 5 a.m. in New York City. What are you doing awake, Jamel? Welcome to the stream. All right, let's kick things off. So I'll just send out the commands to lobbies 2, 3, and 4. And I'm going to hit start on this lobby as well, and we're going to get underway. So off we go. Once again, unfortunately, the tool has bugged out. I think it's a Discord bug right now. So lobby 2 is disconnected from lobbies 1, 3, and 4, which makes it a little bit frustrating to manage on the back end. But no, we'll get it sorted. We'll work through it. So lobby 1, who do we have in no particular order? Dark Magician, Lucifer, Cheeser, Dapley, Ayush, Scarves, and Shieldbreaker. So definitely a lot of familiar names, and we're starting looking at Dapley's board. Dapley is, of course, the one that has won the most of my tournaments. So if there was to be a Forkatosh Gaming tournament champion right now, that title definitely belongs to Dapley. But I'm guessing that there's a lot of others that would like to take that title from him. Jamal in chat saying, "I want a nice clean fight." I love it. So good. It's keep it civil, keep it nice and clean, have fun, keep it fair. Good luck to everybody, and may the shop give you what your heart desires. Which I'm sure is a bunch of sword dancers. But it's not going to happen at least until level 6. And everyone right now is only level 2. Any 2 stars? Let's have a look. Ooh, Dark Magician with a 2-star Famine. Scars with a 2-star Nightingale. And a 2-star Frost Lotus from the bot. Hopefully the bot also does a nice fair fight. Now, I'm not sure if anyone knows what AFL is, Australian Rules Football, but the grand final took place earlier today. The celebrations are only just wrapping up, and the team that I follow won the whole thing. It's essentially the Australian football version of the Super Bowl, and I am in a very good mood because my team won for the second time in 3 years, and it was an amazing game. It was in utter domination. It was awesome stuff. So if you know what the AFL is, leave a message in chat. I'm very curious as we progress through to the first PvP round. We're going to see some health starting to get lost here. Ooh, another 2-star there from Dapley, and that's a nice one. A 2-star Wukong early. Very, very strong. And that also gives Dapley 3 warrior, 2 furry, 2 human. I don't necessarily see Dapley losing anytime soon. I wonder if I would personally be frontlining that. I would swap the position of Wukong and Bangar myself to get that Wukong triggering as soon as possible. But I'm sure that no matter the position right now, Dapley's going to be winning with this composition. Very strong early. Speaking of warriors and humans, there is a build that I would like to test out, which consists of 6 warriors, 6 humans, and 3 sorcerers. It does rely on level 10, but I think it could be very, very powerful. I saw someone share it in Discord, and I have seen it before as well, but I don't think I've ever personally run it. So I'm very curious to try and get it happening. 6 warrior, 6 human, 3 sorcerer. I think it will be very, very strong late game. So at some point in time, I'll try and make that work, and I'll be able to report back to see if I think it's a viable build in the current meta. Now, Shieldbreaker, Cheezer, Ayush, and Dapley are the 4 that went undefeated in round 1. No one really took a massive loss. Dark Magician currently in 8th on 53, but everyone obviously still above 50 health. So everyone is definitely in it at this point. And I think we're going to see Dapley now hand Cheezer's first loss here, but it could go either way. Let's have a look. The Glutton doing work to the Werewolf there. Takes the Werewolf down, but look at Bangar come in. Just absolutely wreck everyone. So Dapley does hand Cheezer their first loss, and we're going to see, in fact, so just Dapley and Ayush undefeated right now. So looks like Dapley is attempting to go on the early win streak, as Jamal says in chat, which in Turbo is basically the way you want to play. Win streaking is better than anything else. Dan, welcome. I'm guessing that reaction is because you might have missed the check-in, but I'm not 100% sure on that. You'll have to let me know. Let's have a quick look at the overview while we're waiting for the next round. Everyone finding 2 stars at this point. The bot sitting in 4th position. All right, here we go. This could be an interesting matchup. In fact, Dark Magician might be favoured to win this one with the early 2-star Hunters. Doesn't quite have the Stalker Drone 2-star, but Hunters early can deal a bit of damage. Unfortunately, it is up against Warriors, which isn't a good matchup. The 2-star Frost Lotus hit very well there, so Dapley's win streak is definitely going to continue. Look at Pangar doing his damage. So Dark Magician unable to end Dapley's win streak. Ayush also continuing to win streak as we move into the creep round at round 6. 4 warriors on the board now, as well as a couple of beasts. 5 warriors. Oh my goodness, the Executioner came early. Christmas is coming early for Dapley at this point in time. All right, how does Dapley go with the items out of these bears? Are they dropping items covered in honey from the honey pot that Big Bear is holding tightly in his grasp? Does get a great sword out of one of the regular sized naughty bears. Actually, I think it's naughty. I think the other bear's called something else. I'm not entirely sure if they're both naughty bears, but does get a couple of great swords in the end out of the bears. So that's a pretty decent drop round. Dapley up to level 7 now, and we should see some others. There's Ayush up to 7 as well. Should see, theoretically, most should progress to 7 at some point. Still got plenty of time to do it. They'll all be looking through the shops at this stage. Dapley's gone to level 8 there. Now we're seeing Lucifer, Scarves, Dark Magician, Shieldbreaker, everyone jumping up to 7, except for Cheezer at this point. Cheezer does not... Oh no, he definitely has the crystals to do it. Sorry, level 8 is 20, level 7 is just 12. Interesting decision there from Cheezer. I think it might have been a misplay. We'll have to wait and see. So Dapley gets the bot match. That should be a no-brainer. Let's check in on Cheezer here. Does not leveling cost him? Oh, I think it might. It's going to be very, very close, but I think it might. Unless that famine does a whole bunch of damage all of a sudden, and that is it. So that may have been a winnable round for Cheezer if he was level 7, and he definitely has the crystals to get that Ice Tusk in there, which would have been another warrior on the board. Dapley, of course, remaining undefeated against the bot. Ayush did take a loss, but Ayush has just 2-star Horned Menace and has 6 Assassins on the board, which is obviously very, very strong. No Sword Dancer just yet, though. Let's continue to watch Dapley's board, see how long this undefeated streak can go on for. Who's he going to be matched up against? As the bot is all the way down the bottom on 34 health. Not going to last much longer at this rate. So we get the warrior matchup, but of course Dapley has 7 warriors and Cheezer only has 4 or 5 at this point. So once again, I think Dapley is going to come out untouched at this point. Lightbringer putting in work, but it's not going to be enough. They've both got a human sorcerer as a utility hero at this point, which is very, very interesting, and I like it. Yes, no worries, Jamal. I'll see you shortly. Enjoy your coffee. Cheeser took a big chunk of damage here, and it's put him in a precarious position, down on 33, along with Lucifer. Player 8, the one and only bot in this round, down on 27 health there as well. Yes, it was Dan that didn't make it on time in lobby 3. Unfortunately, we can't wait around for an indefinite amount of time. We have to kick it off, especially when we've got theoretically 32 people. Obviously, we have a few less because each lobby has a bot in it. But when you have around 30 people waiting on a tournament to start, we can't keep everyone waiting for one person that's running late. So these tournaments are 100% free to enter, but turning up on time is going to be a requirement as part of the entry conditions. Dapley continuing to win here, going to beat up on Shieldbreaker here. A little bit closer than the last match, but still pretty comfortable. And he goes into round 10 Harpies, still without a scratch. Hasn't really been threatened at all at this point. Looking very, very good. Let's have a look at how the full builds are coming together now. So it doesn't have too much competition for the Riders. Cheeser's the only other one with Warriors, I should say, not Riders. Cheeser's the only other one, and he does have 6 of them. Doesn't have the elites yet, though, which Dapley does have. That's the benefit of getting to the level first, is you find the rarer heroes first. While that's happening, we'll continue to watch here. So Ayush does have 6 assassins. And in terms of full build, that's about it at this point. Although you could argue that 4 Riders is essentially a full build. Dark Magician is looking pretty good at this point. I do quite like where that build is. Shieldbreaker does have 4 Undead with 3 Hunter, which is a nice combo as well, but might need a couple more Riders just to sustain him. Needs another Rider to hit 4 Riders. And he hasn't got one on his bench just yet. So let's check in on his shop. What does he do here? Does he go to level 9 or does he search for another Rider? I guess he's going to have to go to level 9 and get that other Rider in anyway. He's grabbing the Goblin Berserker. Spinning a couple of times. Now he's going to level 9 and that Berserker will go in. So we might be looking for 4 Goblin here as well. Might be a 4 Undead, 4 Goblin Hunter build. It'll be very interesting to see where that goes. I'm looking forward to seeing how it pans out. Back on Dapley's board. Struggling to find 2 stars now, but does have the high-end elites. This could be a problem though. Ayush is looking very, very strong. Look at the 3-star heroes on the board for Ayush. He's got a couple of... He's got the Stinger 3-star, I believe. Or is she 2? No, she's a 2, but he does have a 3-star Ever Bloom, which is summoning that Flower Spirit, and that is absolute carnage. 16 damage going through to Dapley's character there. So finally, Dapley does get scratched, and it's a big one. Drops him all the way down to 3rd. So Shieldbreaker with a very unique non-meta build. Just hit 4 Riders. That's really, really good. That's going to help a lot. I'm really enjoying this, actually. I love to see non-meta builds. So 4 Rider, 4 Undead, 3 Hunter, a couple of Goblins, a couple of Warlocks. Really looking forward to seeing how that pans out late game and whether it is a viable strat. Let's continue to watch that, actually. Who are we going to match up against? Match up against Cheese's Warriors. How does it go against Warriors? With a couple of Sorks in the back there as well. Well, it looks like he's got that early Void Doom. So he's actually got the Void combo happening. Cheeser. Cheeser. So one of the random heroes on Shieldbreaker's board will have got half health. But it hasn't cost him at all. Overwhelming Cheeser there. So you see there 4 Warrior, 3 Sorcerer, 3 Human, 2 Void, and 2 Beast. Very interesting. You do not see the Void combo very often as it's so random. We see a Kraken there, so that's an immediate swap. Get that Kraken in for the Fire Fur. It will happen shortly, just working on positioning. There it is. Interesting that Shieldbreaker does not have the direct swap function turned on in the settings. So there was a lot of faffing around there to get the positioning sorted instead of being able to directly swap 2 heroes' positions. That is a, I guess you could call it a pro tip. It's not necessarily a high-end strategy, but it definitely saves you time by going into settings and turning on the ability to swap hero positions. definitely saves you time, which helps you win games because you've only got a 30-second prep phase between each battle, so you need as much time as possible. But this 3-star Everbloom is just going to be too much. Got the armor and the cloaks on her as well. The Voodoo Elder goes down, and Calamity's going to be next on the chopping block. There ain't much Calamity can do. Bang! Another 13 damage coming through from Ayush. Ayush looking very, very strong at this stage. Dapley now back to number 1 though. Took a big win, I guess. Now we are, of course, just down to our 7 human players, as our bot was eliminated pretty quickly. Let's check in on Lucifer. Down to 15 health. Does have 6 assassins and does have a 1-star sword dancer. I would have actually gone 20. He's looking to level. I think that was a good use of Guru, but it's a tough call with that. Being level 8 and only on 15 health, it's a really tough call. Probably needed to do that to survive, but I would have loved to see that Guru save for Sword Dancer. I think that would have been more impactful long term. But long term doesn't matter if you die this round. So in hindsight, yeah, I'm not sure what I would have done. I probably would have sold off the Voodoo Elders and leveled there. Is it going to be enough? He does survive on 4 health, so barely hanging on, which is obviously good news. He hasn't been eliminated yet, but now has lost the ability to 2-star that Sword Dancer next round. Next round's basically going to... Actually, no, this is real lucky for him, actually. Lucifer lucks out in terms of timing. Another creep round, so he gets to focus on economy a little bit more, see another shop for free before he has to go all in on leveling and then spinning. Desperately needs to find Sword Dancers. The reason I'll be selling off the Voodoo Elders is it's going to be more impactful getting the Venom in. He's already got 2 Warlocks on the board, so getting another Assassin in that benefits from the 6 Assassin combo and selling those helps you search a little bit more for Sword Dancer, and a 2-star Sword Dancer is going to be more impactful as well. It's possible he might be trying to swap out the Marsh Lord for the Voodoo Elder, but I think Marsh Lord is fine as it is. So I personally would definitely be selling off those Voodoo Elders. Just get the 4 extra crystals. Let's see what the shop has. Grabs the Head Reaper. Goes all in on the level. Ooh, he spun 1 too many times on the level. That is unfortunate. That's 2 less looks at the shop because he was a little bit too quick on the trigger. Oh my goodness. Oh, so he has to sell a Voodoo Elder or he sells the Head Reaper. But he gets the... I sold the Marsh Lord. No, that was a mistake. Oh, that was a mistake. The Goblin buff isn't that worth it for 1-stars. You've given up a 2-star. I don't like that at all. But, hey, the 2-star Sword Dancer will definitely help balance that play out. Oh, will it? Uh-oh. I think it will. I think it's going to carry against a whole bunch of 1-stars. I think it will still get the win. It's going to be very close. That 2-star General Puffer is making it tricky. But I think it'll be enough. Needs to item up, max those items out. Lucifer does survive there. Really, really sad to see that Marsh Lord sold, though. What's the next shop have? A couple of Berserkers. I was able to 2-star the Voodoo Elder, which obviously will help now that it's a 2-star. So nothing else at this point. It's going to be tough. You've got lots of items that he's not equipping. Does Lucifer realise he has 4 items that he's not equipping? All of a sudden, oh no. He's playing rounds with 2 armors, a cloak, and a staff in his items chest. And when you're on 4, oh, that luck. He got the mirror, so he's going to survive. So let's go and check in on Ayush now, who's all of a sudden dropped all the way down to 12 health. Once again, in a very precarious position, needs to survive this. That Void hit was pretty good. Dealing tons of damage to that Venom. Does get the win there. Cheese is down to 9 now. Scarves on 16. That is after taking damage from that round, so that is fine. So definitely some people in precarious positions right now. My app keeps not responding, not letting me click on things. Come on, app. Come on. There we go. Every now and again, it just stops working for 5 seconds. So we will continue to watch Lucifer. Can he survive? He's looking to 2-star the Horned Menace. But at this point...
Let them experience the pain that...
Ooh, okay, yeah, I would commit. Sell the Horned Menace off. You're not going to 2-star that. And you've got the Goblins happening, so you want to 2-star the Head Reaper. So I'd definitely sell off the Horned Menace and just commit. But he obviously has to win to stay in it for any of that to be relevant anyway. Does he get the win? That 3-star Evergreen making it pretty tough. It's going to be game over here for Lucifer. So Lucifer out. Scarves is also out. Shieldbreaker down to 2 health. So that combo that I was super interested in seeing late game isn't necessarily panning out, unfortunately. And look at this. The significant reason is only 4 elite heroes at this point, whereas the Dapply's Warrior build is rocking 6 elites at this point. Dark Magician's rocking 3 elites and 2 legendaries. I think that's also why Ayush is starting to drop off a bit. Does have the 3 stars, but only a couple of elite heroes. So let's continue to watch Shieldbreaker on 2 health. Matches up against Cheezer. A big win either way will eliminate the other here. Who comes out on top? I think the Shieldbreaker might have this. I think Cheese is going to be eliminated right here. There's the General of War stun. Ooh, the Lightbringer trying to save the day, but it's not going to be enough. Although, I say that, and Flamecaller's hit there was critical. Oh my goodness, Cheezer coming through in the clutch. General of War getting it done and taking out Shieldbreaker at the last second there. Wow, what a finish. So Shieldbreaker just misses out on top 4, and we have the 4 that will progress. Dark Magician, Dapply, Ayush, and Cheezer. Now it's just a matter of sorting out the order. Messin, welcome to the stream. So game lobby 3 will only have 3 people advancing, as position 4 was actually taken by a bot, which is fine. It'll happen from time to time. So that one has finished up. Lobby 2 and lobby 4 are still underway. And we are, of course, in lobby 1. Seeing everyone get some more items against the fire golems. I think that was that creep round. All right. Who is going to come out on top? Let's have a look at the builds again. It's been a while since we checked in here. 6 Rider, 3 Hunter for Dark Magician, 6 Warrior for Dapply, 6 Assassin for Ayush, and Cheezer with 4 Human, 3 Sorcerer, 3 Warrior. That was the build that I was talking about earlier, but he hasn't achieved the full comp yet. 6 Warriors, 6 Human, 3 Sorcerer. He's a fair way off that. So we've got Dapply versus Ayush. It's possible we could have multiple eliminations this round, especially if Dark Magician beats up on Cheezer as well. So this board, it's a little bit hard to tell at this stage, but I think that Ayush is going to... Ooh, no, it turns with that 2-star Sword Dancer. I think Ayush is... Oh, maybe not. There's just so many heroes left against that Sword Dancer now. I don't think she can take them all out. Surely not. Surely not. No, she doesn't. So Dapply gets the win there. Ayush does get eliminated. Doesn't matter. Still going to progress. Cheezer going down to 2 health. So just surviving. And Dark Magician looking very strong for the win in this round. We're very, very close. Oh, sorry. So lobby 3 is still going. It's just that I guess the top 3 positions are still being sorted out. But the 4th position will be populated by a bot. So one of the lobbies will actually have a bot in it in round 2. All right. Who's looking good in terms of value? Dapply looking pretty strong, but everyone else is kind of in it. Dark Magician's got the 2-star Shakaraka right at the front there, so that's a big stun for that Shark. It took him ages to get into that battle for some weird reason. Bang! General of War stun comes through and eliminates, just straight out eliminates the Void Doom at the backline there. Ooh! Cheese's Lightbringer did hit a fair bit, but I think Dark Magician is going to come through and get the win. And Dapply matched up against the Mirror, so obviously he's going to win. So we have our final 2 now. Ayush in 4th, Cheezer in 3rd, and then it's just going to be Dark Magician or Dapply in 2nd, and obviously the winner in 1st position. But order makes no difference. Top 4 advance. Actually, no, that's not true. Not true at all. Order does make a little bit of difference. because the top two will not be paired up with the third and fourth position in the next round. They will be split. So not that that's a big deal, but it is a very subtle difference. So I shouldn't say it makes no difference when it does make a very slight difference. All right, 2-star. I just noticed a 2-star Void Doom here from Dark Magician as well. I think it's going to be pretty hard for him to lose now with 2-star legendaries out in the field. Look at all that crowd control coming through. Dapley's just experiencing so many stuns right now, and that is going to be an absolutely overwhelming final round. So Dark Magician dealing 26 damage. So we have our results for the end of Lobby 1. Lobby 3 has finished. Lobby 2 has finished as well, I believe. There we go. We got the screenshot. So we're just waiting on Lobby 4 at this point. So let me now go ahead and finalize all of these results and then start queuing up for round 2. So while we do that, we will, I'll be back essentially. I'll be back very shortly with round 2. Okay, we are back. I do apologise. That took a little bit longer than anticipated, but that is going to be part of the growing pains running 4 games in the first round, which I want to do to get as many people participating as possible. But sometimes you'll have a lobby like lobby 4 that just takes a little bit longer. It was a closer game, so it took a bit longer to get going. So we are watching lobby 5 now, the first lobby in the second round. And we have Dapply, Dark Magician, Cody, Slays, Riku, Warlord, and Lily. One of the lobbies, lobby 3, actually had a bot finish in 4th place. So we have a bot in this game. And in lobby 6, we have Cheezer, Ayush, DX, Xclair, Dairos. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it. I'll have to work on that. I'm Soul, PKD, and Alif as well. So we are watching lobby 5, or the first game in round 2. And we're just underway. Looking at round 1 boards. Nothing that exciting at this point in time. So let's continue on. So obviously the top 4 from each of these 2 lobbies will progress through to the final round. The one final turbo game to work out our top 3, and the top 3 will place 20, 10, and $5 prizes for the top 3 positions. As we continue to progress through the creep rounds, how are we looking in terms of 2 stars? Who's getting that early luck? Dapply, 2-star Nightingale, Slays with a 2-star Famine, and the bot has gone to level 4. Let's see if the bot... I don't anticipate the bot also placing this round. I think the bot will certainly be eliminated. I think the human players are going to make sure of that. Let's check back in on Dark Magician at the top here. No 2 stars just yet, but obviously not going to have any issues with the creeps.
Incomplete.
All right, who else can find 2 stars? Oh, Slaves with multiple 2-star heroes out now. Got a couple of riders as well. Quite a few now rocking Cyborg Engineers. A few that have just hit 3 warriors. Ooh. Dark Magician. Actually, everyone going to 5 here, which is what you expect. Riku's still on 4. Doesn't have the crystals to go all the way to 5. So I'm guessing there's a bit on Riku's bench. There is. So he's leaving his options open. Let's watch Slays. Early 2 stars. I think Slays is going to win this one against Lily. I don't think Lily stands a chance. Only the 4 1-star heroes. It's going to be a pretty one-sided battle. Slays is going to take it out. It's just a matter of time. There's nothing Lily can do about it. And there it is. All of Slay's heroes survive, and a summoned wolf as well. So Lily does take 9 damage. Ouch. That's a rough start for Lily there. Everyone wants to avoid the Slays matchup at this point. Oh my goodness. Slays already has 6 famines. That shop had another 3 famines. This is going to be a pretty early 3-star famine by the looks of it. Wow, that is very, very lucky. I actually would be swapping out the Scourge there for the Stinger. Absolutely, get that undead buff so that you're really maximizing exactly what those famines are doing. Getting through that armor. I would absolutely be making that change. I don't think it's going to matter too much at this point, to be totally honest. With that sort of luck, Slays should be finding himself on a pretty nice early win streak. Help give that economy a pretty handy boost. So the final 2-star opposing hero, the Frostlord, is going down now. Once again, almost every one of his heroes surviving. Only the Scourge went down. I would really like to see that Scourge replaced. There we go. We just do it that way. Obviously, additional riders will go in once room is made on the board. Leaving options open too, which I really like. All right, Scourge back in. That's not bad. Although, I wonder if the Templar Knight going in might be better. There it is. I called it. As it happened. That's hilarious. I think that is the right play there by Slays. And it's, once again, just going to help him win even more. I'd probably have the Bangar in the position that the Templar Knight is in, just because he's a 2-star. He's a little bit tankier, but it's, once again, I don't think it matters at this point. Just that early luck is going to make it really, really hard for anyone to beat Slays at this point in the game, and we're going to see Dark Magician go down here as well. Who else is undefeated at this stage? Ooh, Dapley and Cody. One of them's going to take a loss. It's going to be Dapley. So Cody remains undefeated. Slays remains undefeated. Be nice to see a matchup between those two sometime soon. Craig, welcome to the stream. I'm going incredibly well. As I touched on as I started the stream, the AFL, the Australian Football League, the team that I follow, the Richmond Tigers, just took out the grand final for the second time in 3 years. So I'm in a very, very good mood right now. Let's continue to watch Slays absolutely slay every opponent that steps up to try and take him down. How's he do in terms of item luck? He's got a tome already in his chest. What else can he get from the bear trio? Oh, let's test this. So we got, yes, Dolores Bear and Naughty Bear. I did remember correctly, they do have different names, and you've obviously got the mama or the papa bear, the big bear. So he gets a great sword and another tome from the bears. That's not horrible. He's leaving he left a Stalker Drone. He could have had Early Hunter if he wanted it, but I'm okay with him leaving that in the shop, to be honest. I'm not sure it's the best way to be going. Does grab the Guru. Ooh, multiple elites in that shop as well. I would be picking up Calamity and General of War. He skipped past the General. Not interested.
Don't worry, I'll kill you quickly.
Does find himself another... he 2-starred Scourge with the Guru. Interesting. So that was a pretty aggressive use of Guru, trying to maintain that win streak. I would have saved that Guru for the Sword Dancer, personally. But, hey, he's looking in a very strong position, and he wants to make sure the win streak survives. Focused on maintaining that win streak economy. It's not going to have any issues here against the bot. How is Cody doing? Cody maintaining his win streak as well. Very strong early build also with 4 assassins. I'm not sure that he has the Sword Dancer, though. He doesn't. So the only one lucky enough to have found a Sword Dancer so far is Slays. Slays also passed up on a General of War and a Starhorn, so multiple elite heroes. So very, very early, very, very early good luck for Slays is what I was trying to wrap my tongue around. We see some armor and a greatsword still in his chest. That's Cody's chest, my mistake. Let's jump back to Slays here. Still a couple of tomes in there. Those tomes should be on that Scourge. Absolutely. The Stinger, the Famines, and the Hog Rider don't benefit from a tome because they just have passive abilities. But, ooh, he loses the demon buff there. Interesting. I'm not sure the 3 Assassin was great enough to do that at this point. I think I would have stayed with what he had, personally. But let's see it pan out. Maybe even putting the Misfortune over the Lilith. But I would absolutely be giving the Scourge the 2 tomes, which has happened, and he continues the win streak. Cody, Cody's win streak has come to an end. Dark Magician taking Cody down. So Slays is the only one undefeated at this point, and we will continue to watch that. How is Lily doing? She's got... Still looking for that 5th... Oh no, she's got the 5th warrior, still looking for the 6th warrior. So General Puffer is the 5th, but can't find the 6th just yet. Probably needs to go all in on economy pretty soon. Actually, that might be the 6th. Is Wukong? No, Wukong's already on the board. My mistake. Got a little bit excited, a little bit ahead of myself there for Lily's sake. Let's watch Lily match up against Cody here. Cody only just took their first loss, so this could be a tough matchup for Lily. Need those sorcerers to do a lot of work, and it's not going to be enough. Lily is going to take more damage here. I don't think it'll be an elimination, but it's going to be close. It's only round 9, so surely it's a survival. Ooh, 4 health left. Okay. 8 health left. My mistake. I had the maths a little bit wrong. Lily is still in it, and it is a creep round, which gives Lily some time to collect and hopefully find that 6th warrior. That will help significantly. Multiple 2-star possibilities that haven't happened as well. So many pairs. Really needs to 2-star a couple of those to have any luck here. So hopefully that can happen. We will keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on Lily's shop after this round and see how that progresses for her. Whether she gets the luck required to at least remain alive long enough to have a play on top 4. Let's have a look at what items come through. Oops, I got a trick there. We don't see the chest open, but we do see the what's inside the chest. Ooh, come on, server. Don't do that to me. Ooh, just 1 armor so far. That's not great. Needs a couple more items at least. Surely something from this one. There we go. Bang, 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 bang. It just updated a whole bunch. I'm guessing that Lily did unequip items from a hero. Maybe making some changes at some point. All right, what does the shop have? Glutton. Does she have Glutton already? No. There is the 6th warrior. So she needs to go ahead and grab that Glutton and get that Glutton on the board with the General Puffer. There it is. Get that General Puffer in. Ooh, I would take out Frost Lotus over Flamecaller. I would like to see that Flamecaller replace that Frost Lotus. It's not going to happen in time. But hey, 6 warriors are now on the board. Unfortunately, no more 2 stars. And against this build from Warlord, I'm not sure it's going to be enough. I think Lily might be being eliminated here, unfortunately. It has been a very rough start. Oh, this is certainly going to be the end of the road for Lily. Round 2, though, that is a very fine result. So unfortunately, Lily it's the end of the road for her. Warlord with a solid win there. And at some point in time, Slays took a loss as well. It was that round. So that was Slays' first loss. Slays now down to 50 health. So everyone now is dealing with some damage loss.
Two humans.
All right. No items in a chest. That's always good to see. Still no demon buff because he's rocking Lilith and Scourge. I would love to see even grabbing Venom or Siren to replace that Lilith just to get that demon buff back for Scourge. So Scourge gets a 40% attack buff. And we're seeing a 2-star enemy Lilith. Ooh, the Head Reaper coming in and targeting the Sword Dancer too. Not able to get the job done through the shield there. This may just end up being a Sword Dancer v Sword Dancer battle, although the numbers are... I mean, she's making a good effort, but it's not going to be enough. There we go. Just delaying the inevitable at that time. Dapley did luck out and get the mirror match there, or the mirror image match up there. 2 dragons now on the board. That was a very good replacement. Get rid of that Lilith. So now getting demon buff back and also getting dragon buff for the Venom and the Dragoon there. Would love to 2-star. Oh, there's another Dragoon in the shop. As I say that, love to 2-star them. Finds another Dragoon. Wonder, he passed up on the 2 Templar Knights, so not looking to 3-star Templar Knight, and we jump into a battle against Warlord here. Warlord is rocking a lot of 2-stars at this point in time, so Warlord could definitely clutch this one out. Could go either way. In fact, looking at the numbers, I think Warlord is going to overrun here. The 1-star Sword Dancer isn't going to be enough. Misfortune's Life Steal coming in from the back there. That 3-star Famine isn't going to be enough against all these numbers. And she goes down. Slays does take the loss there. Let's check in on Dark Magician. Down to 18 health now after that loss there against Cody. And Riku also eliminated that round. I missed that as it was happening. So we're down to now our top 6. The bot is in 2nd position. Absolutely high rolling. Doesn't have great economy. But hey, it's working out alright. So Slay's looking to get to level 9 at this point. Could do it, but would empty his bank account to do that. He's going to start to struggle a little bit, I think, just based on the lack of 2-stars now. So many pairs on the bench. Look at all the pairs that he could possibly 2-star, but he's just not finding a 3rd copy of those heroes. And it might be a loss to the bot here. The Sword Dancer's gone. No, the Famine will carry. Okay, there we go. The bot takes the loss. Let's check in on Dark Magician here. Oh no, that is it for Dark Magician. Didn't have the luck against Dapley's overwhelming beast build there. Warrior beast, very interesting. Looking for one more beast to get to 4. Although he probably doesn't want to do that at this point. Maybe if you got to level 10, but I'm sure at level 10 there are better ways you can go anyway. Maybe replace the beast with Shakaraka and Void Doom, for instance. So we are down to our top 5. We just need top 4 to progress. So only one more elimination till we have our guaranteed 4 that will be moving on to the final round. Who will scrape through and who will be the unlucky one to finish in 5th? Let's have a look at the builds. How are they coming together? Ooh, Punisher Sorcerer from the bot. Very strange. I don't imagine outlasting much longer now that we have 6 Rider, 6 Assassin, and 2 6 Warrior builds on the board. The bot's build is also incredibly low value right now, so I don't see the bot winning another game. I think the bot will be the next out, so my guess is that Slays, Cody, Dapley, and Warlord have all booked themselves a ticket to the final round. But we will have to wait and see. You never know until it's over. The bot could clutch it out yet. We will, of course, be watching closely. Who is next on the bubble is Warlord, but everyone's pretty close. Everyone's within 10 HP of each other. And I think that Warlord can win this one against the bot. It's a very favourable matchup. Slays lucking out with the mirror image there as well. So Slays won't lose. It's really going to come down to Dapley or Cody. Who's going to get the win here? I think it's going to be Cody. I think Dapley is getting overrun here. Look at the Lilith got silenced, so she wasn't able to get her ability off. 14 health being dealt there, so Dapley down to 16. Needs to survive longer than the bot. Can Dapley turn it around? What are we seeing? Ooh, double Executioner in that shop. Doesn't need them. He's not trying to 3-star. Ooh, 2-star Berserker. That will help a lot. Does he also switch anything else out? No. I think he just holds tight there. Doesn't have the economy to do anything else either, so we're just going to be waiting for this one to play out. We will continue to watch Dapley. Who does Dapley score? He gets the bot this round. Very favourable matchup. Cody with the mirror image. So they're both guaranteed wins essentially. So let's now go and watch the Slays Warlord battle from Warlord's perspective. Bang! In drops the General of War right on the Sword Dancer as her shield was up there. So it didn't really do a whole lot. I think Slays is still going to get this win though. The Sword Dancer is going to go down, but it's... Ooh, I tell you what, that actually might have swung the tide. I think this will be now a win for Warlord. Manages to take out Slays. So Slays taking some damage there. The bot does get eliminated. So we have our 4 guaranteed. The tickets have been officially stamped. Their passport stamped through to the final round. Cody, Warlord, Slays, and Dapley will be competing for the money prizes. $20, $10, and $5. Just a matter of finalising the order at which they finish this game, purely for bragging rights, going into the final round with a little bit of momentum if you can get a win in this round. Let's see how that works out. Too early for you back home, Lily. Yeah, that's tough to go out, but you did well getting into the second round. Maybe next tourney, the third round. Third round's the way to go. Yeah, there was a bit of competition for Warriors today. There's still 2 strong Warrior builds in the lineup in the top 4, so it's always rough when you're competing with others for the same pieces. If you don't find them in time, you fall behind and then it gets tricky. So we see Warlord beating up on Cody there, and Slays down to 8 health now. Ooh, double Gurus on the bench though. Can he get that General of War in? How would he do it? I think he does it by getting rid of the Stinger. Although that gives him Elf. I would get rid of the Famine. I would actually get rid of that 3-star Famine for the General of War. The 3-star 1-cost hero doesn't do a whole lot. That General of War does do a whole lot. And he needs to change something up because he keeps losing. So I think the General of War for the Famine was the play there. It might not have been in time. Does Slays survive another one? This is the question. I'm not sure he does. It's going to be very, very close, but I think Slays will be eliminated here. Can his Sword Dancer clutch it out? His Sword Dancer's gone down, actually. I can't see her, so that will be it for Slays. Probably hang on to that 3-star Famine for a little bit too long. Sometimes 3-star 1-cost heroes can be a bit of a trap. Ooh, Warlord takes a big chunk of health there to Dapley as well. So Cody moving up to first position now. Everyone gets a breather. I will use this to hydrate as well. I like to drink on creep rounds. You definitely need to stay hydrated when you spend an hour and a half straight talking. That is something that I have learnt while streaming and casting tournaments. All right, so we have Cody, Dapley, and Warlord. Still 2 warrior builds and an assassin build. Cody has a slight value lead, but it's very, very close. And I'm not sure that the assassins are going to be... The assassin build will be able to compete with both the warriors at this point. Both have executioners, right? Yes. So the Lilith is getting silenced every single game. She's never going to get an ability off again unless it happens immediately. We will watch this from Cody's perspective. Oh, hello, 2-star Sword Dancer. That's a big upgrade. That now may change things. That absolutely may change things. There's a 2-star Voodoo Elder. Looking to 3-star that. Oh, he finds another one too. Looking for a 3-star Misfortune as well. Does have the health advantage over the warrior builds. Alright, let's see how quickly this Lilith gets silenced. I'm actually going to click on her so we can watch her mana bar on the left there. Does her mana bar fill up before she gets silenced? Nope. So her mana bar was about 2 seconds behind the silence, which means she's not getting her ability off, which sucks. But the rest of the assassins carry. So Cody does deal some damage to Dapley. Warlord was the lucky one that got the mirror image. Ooh, there's the 3-star Voodoo Elder. Look at that. You don't see that hero 3-star very often. Looking good though. That's going to be the 3-star Evergreen as well once the buttons are pressed. Stinger is gone. Why is that Evergreen not been 3-starred yet? What am I... Oh, he doesn't have another Druid. He doesn't have another Druid, so he can't 2-star the 2 of them. Ah, so he's looking for another Druid or another Evergreen at this point. He's selling off things he's not focused on at this stage. There's a Shark. That'll probably go in for the 1-star Sword Dancer. I think it'll be... Oh, it's going to be close, actually. Those opposing Sword Dancers are wreaking havoc. It's a pretty decent utility addition. Nope, sorry. I've flipped in my mind who's who in on the board. Sword Dancer gets a shield back up. Is she going to be able to 1v3? The Berserker is the main issue here, and she doesn't target the Berserker next. Okay. Oh, the invisibility came in clutch. She is going to pull this out, I think. It's going to be close. Oh, the Berserker gets the final hit. So Warlord takes the loss there. Cody moves up into first place. Dapley. Okay, there's another 2-star Sword Dancer. That's big for Cody. Does he find the Druid though? He doesn't. Doesn't find the Druid. Doesn't find another Evergreen. So he's still looking to 3-star that Evergreen. Not that that's huge. It's going to be very, very close. Anyone can still win it from here. I think the 2-star Sword Dancers have helped a lot though. Oh my goodness. He needs to get those items off the Lilith. The Lilith or the Voodoo Elder is getting silenced every game. So don't put items on her at this point. Use them on Sword Dancers. Yeah, he should be maxing items on Sword Dancer. All right, let's jump across to Dapley versus Warlord. This is the live battle this round. Someone will be eliminated. One of the warrior builds is going down, and I think it's going to be Dapley. No, sorry. Warlord is going down. Dapley is overwhelming. The Void Doom hit was quite good there, and that is going to be it. So Warlord eliminated in 3rd position. Still obviously going through to the final round, and we have our final matchup. And I reckon Cody clutches it out from here. That Void Doom is a big key addition for Dapley, but it's only a 1-star at this point. Oh, there's the 3-star Evergreen. It finally happened. Just looking to 3-star that Sword Dancer potentially, but I don't mind having 2-star Sword Dancers. Ooh, hello 3-star Berserker. I don't know that should be frontlined. I'm not sure that you want that Berserker dealing early damage. You want the Berserker to stay alive for as long as possible, and it doesn't have an ability. It has a passive ability, so you don't need it to take early damage. You don't want it to take any early damage. But given that it's matched up against assassins, that's probably exactly why Dapley frontlined it, so it wouldn't take early damage. So that is actually, in hindsight, very good positioning, and it gets Dapley the win. So there we go, Dapley getting the win in this game, this round, and that will sort out this lobby. And lobby 6 has wrapped up as well. So now let me go ahead and sort out the rooms for the final round, and I will be back shortly. All right, We are underway, the final round of today's Turbo Triple, and we are queuing up into the final round with Cody, Warlord, Slays, Dapley, Daros, PKD, Ayush, and Alif Senpai. I'll just say Alif. I'm pretty sure I've got Daros pronounced pretty close to right. Daeros. Daros. Maybe Daros. We'll experiment with that as we progress through this round. But this is going to be it. The top three will earn prizes. Dapley and PKD, both King rank in Turbo. But hey, rank doesn't mean a whole lot. As we see, Alif is a pawn rank in Turbo, and he's still in the final round, and he's had to beat quality opponents to get here. So absolutely any rank can make it to the final round, and any rank can win prizes. So let's see how this plays out. Very curious to see how this goes. Any early 2 stars? Hit the wrong thing there. Ooh, hang on. What's going on with Cody? I think he just let the game auto-play stuff out. That was funny. So, we do have an early 2-star from PKD. Got the Frost Lotus 2-star. So she'll be killing both those boars with her ability. There they go. Looking to add that famine to the board next round, or something else that pops up in the shop. Let's have a look. Ooh, another Frost Lotus. Double Bionic Ninja. Got to grab the pair of those. You'll end up buying that entire shop after this round anyway. Interesting stuff. He's going to grab one now and one after the creep round. There's no reason not to at this stage. You just sell it back if you don't need it. You're not costing yourself interest. So, any other 2 stars? 2-star Famine from Ayush. 2-star Hog Rider from Dapley. Let's check in on... and I will continue watching PKD at this stage. So, PKD... I don't remember seeing PKD in one of my tournaments before. So, we have at least... one, actually, a Leaf, Daros... So, we have 3... newcomers to the final round. They may have competed in the most recent Turbo Triple, but not made it to the final round. I'm not 100% on that. There's tons of people registering, so I don't remember all the names. But I definitely don't remember them in a final round before of any of my tournaments. So it is fantastic to see some fresh new faces progressing through to the final round. And maybe we can see one of them take it out too. Dapley, obviously someone that wins quite a bit. The winner of earlier today, Dark Magician, did get eliminated earlier this tournament. So he will not have the chance to win. So we definitely are going to have a new winner. We're not going to have a back-to-back winner, that's for sure. Let's see how this plays out. So we have Warlord trying to take on PKD. But I think PKD is going to get it. The 2-star Witch Doctor coming in handy with that healing totem. And there's the Frost Lotus perfectly placed. And does get the win there. Dapley getting the win on his board. Ayush and Alif also getting first PvP round wins.
3 assassins.
Krusty Cats, welcome to the stream. Alright, how are we looking in terms of builds now? PKD's got too many units on the board at this stage. Trying to figure combos out, I believe. So it's taking out the Witch Doctor. Got to take something else out too. Might be taking out assassins. What does he do? He leveled. That's a good way to do it. Although I think he misremembered exactly what he had out on the board. But I don't mind that. 3 assassins at this stage isn't incredibly important. Next round that you'll be able to pop that back out. I think he'll still get the win this round just because of the 2-star heroes. That Wukong, not ideal with the ability going off there, only dealing damage to 1 hero. Witch Doctor, Voodoo Elder, gonna get the win here. So losing the assassin combo definitely didn't cost him that round. PKD remains undefeated. Dapley remains undefeated. Ayush remains undefeated. Let's continue to check in on PKD's shop here. I think he is trying to move away from those druids. Something that's going to do a little bit more damage. There's 2 warlocks early. That's always quite nice. May end up selling off those druids pretty quickly. There it is. The Witch Doctor's gone. Imagine the Evergreen will be following rather soon. Could have actually leveled again there if he sold that Evergreen and got another Horn Menace out on the board. All right, can Ayush deal PKD's first damage this round? And Dapley and... Actually, no, this is an undefeated matchup, I just realised. So Ayush and PKD, someone will be taking damage here. It's going to be Ayush, I think. I think once again, the Frost Lotus will just carry. The 2-star, the Assassin's getting the job done. It was close, but Ayush does go down. How about Dapley? Dapley's going to maintain the win streak here. There goes the Stalker Drone. Was another close one, but a win is a win. So we still have 2 undefeated at this stage. Slays and Warlord down to 48 health early. Everyone gets a breather though, as we are up against the Bear Trio. We got the Dolores Bear, the Naughty Bear, and the Big Bear, the Mama Bear. It's nice to see we've got a pretty wide representation of all regions of the world in this round as well. Now, what items are we getting from the Bears? So we see a Spellbane Staff, watching Dapley's board at this point in time, and another Spellbane Staff. We'll check in on PKD as well. A couple of bits of armor. Does he get anything from the Big Bear? Ooh, this is closer than you would like. He will win it, but it's not going to be by much. The Heritage gets a resistance cloak as well as the armor.
Allow me to end your suffering.
Definitely needs to 2-star something else. Ooh, that's an immediate addition. So he's not far off hitting 6 Assassins now. He just needs to find one more in the shop. Does he go to level 8 here? He's spinning. He's spinning past. He won't be able to level now unless he sells stuff off his bench. There is a 2-star Voodoo Elder. That will certainly help. And that might be the 6th Assassin. It is the 6th Assassin. So that was a very handy find. So PKD, still only the 1 2-star out on the board, but does now have 6 Assassins. Let's see what that does for him up against Cody. It's going to get him the win, I believe. He ended up selling that Nether Prince and then buying it back. Very interesting. So he could actually have 2 of those right now if he hadn't have made that mistake. Oh, he didn't get the win either. So just not enough power in terms of 2 stars. Dapley will continue to win streak though, dealing some damage through to Daeros. It's going to be Dapley, the only one remaining undefeated, and Dapley, as I touched on in the very first round when we were watching Dapley do quite well, he would be the one that would be considered to have done the best over the tournaments that I've run since I started streaming Chess Rush. He has won, I believe, 4 times, and he's placed many times. He won 4 straight. So he won the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th tournaments. He's also placed 3rd and 2nd, 3rd once and 2nd twice. So very consistent, high-end play from Dapley. He's certainly the benchmark that everyone else is aiming for. And can anyone else take him out? He's had a perfect start to this round, and it's looking like it's going to continue. Overwhelming slays big time here. Look at all those young frogs. The early beast there from the werewolf and the young frogs, putting in a fair chunk of damage. So Dapley deals a lot there to Slays. Unfortunately, that means Slays is now down to 24. That was a tough matchup there. Everyone wants to avoid Dapley at this point because that was a big chunk of damage. Whew. Shows you how quickly turbo games can turn around. So, what else are we seeing? We see the 6 warriors with the Find of the Executioner there, and that's such a good utility piece as well. That was... Oh, there's a Berserker in the shop also. He'll be buying that as soon as he's able to. There we go. Gets the Souled Hero. Gets the Berserker out on the board. 2 Goblins out there. 6 Warriors. 2 Humans. 3 Beasts. 2 Warlock. And a Demon. Wow. He's got the 2-star Head Reaper there as well from when he goes to level 9. This is crazy stuff early from Dapley. This theoretically could be a game that he goes undefeated unless someone else is able to turn the tables on him. But this start has been very, very strong for him. And if he can keep 2-starring, then it's going to be tough to beat him. We have a Big fan of Alif in the chat. Lily Gaming supporting Alif. So let's check in on Alif. How is he doing? He's doing quite well. Also looking at 6 warriors. Hasn't found as many elites as Dapley. But he does have a slightly more valuable build. Actually, no, he has found as many elites now. Sorry, I've missed that. I didn't see an executioner, but he does have Kraken and Misfortune on the board. So he's actually got more elites. So let's spend a little bit of time watching Alif, who's also building quite a nice warrior build. Anyone else going warriors? Warlord is on warriors. Probably needs to pivot at this point because he's too far behind and he's not going to find the elites that he needs when Dapley and Alif snatching them all up. I'm not sure how that's going to work for him though, as he doesn't have much on his bench to pivot to. Lily Gaming going to stay to the end of the stream, see who does get the win. Nice to show your support like that, Lily. Appreciate that, and I'm sure Alif does as well. So we're seeing Warlord beat up on the Harpies here, getting himself some daggers. What else does he pick up? Gets himself a tome. Can he find another item? He does. He finds a staff as well. That's a pretty good haul. I'd be happy with 4 items out of the 5 Harpies. All right. Warlord going all in on leveling here. He's gone up to level 9, so you can get 2 more heroes on the board. But let's go back to Dapley. He ended up selling the 2-star Head Reaper. He's just got a Guru right now. He's found himself a Legendary. Ooh, he's thinking about that Sword Dancer too. Now he chucks a Legendary out there. He doesn't have that many 2-stars, so this might be around where he loses. Who does he match up against? I could definitely see the win streak, and it's a decent one, coming to an end here against Slays though. Slays unlucky enough to have matched against Dapley twice already. And this could be the end for Slays right here. The Warriors are just such a strong combo. They carry you through the mid game. They're so easy to find because there's so many of them. That will be the end of the road for Slays. We have our first elimination, unfortunately for Slays. And Dapley, fortunately for him, he remains undefeated. RNG can be a cruel, cruel taskmaster at times. And for Slays, it meant twice matching up against Dapley and just dealing having lost way too much health because of it. So rough final round there for Slays. Congratulations on making it to the final round though. That is no easy feat. There's a 2-star Executioner. That's big for Dapley. 2-star General of War with the help of Guru there, also quite big. So now all of a sudden Dapley has got double the number of 2-star heroes on the board, and that will make a big difference. So we see the strong Warriors versus the not so strong Warriors in Warlord's comp. Warlord just fell a little bit behind in the chase for Warriors and is going to pay the price. It's also the mirror match, so of course he had no chance. He has no combos active. Who else is in trouble at this point? Warlord in reality is in trouble. This is going to be a big hit here. It's going to take him down to 7 health. Doesn't kill him, but it does put him in a very precarious situation. Our top 3 is still the same. Dapley, PKD, and Alif currently in the prize-winning positions. How are we doing? What is Warlord? He gets these double goblins up, but he needs a 2-star. He's got a bunch of stuff on the bench, but no extra 2-stars at this stage. Just notice that Ayush is still at level 8. Ayush does tend to slow play the leveling. Maybe a little bit too much for Turbo. There's a 2-star General Puffer. Didn't have enough time to make a change. Probably would have been a immediate replacement for that Werewolf, as a Werewolf is still only a 1-star. So Dairos up against Warlord here. Who comes out on top? Ooh, it's going to be close, but I think Warlord's going to go down. I think the War Machine gets his ability off. Ice Tusk goes down. Wukong putting in work though. Will it be enough? I don't think so. The Assassin's just dealing too much late game damage. And that will be an elimination there. Dairos taking out Warlord. So we're down to our top 6 now. Looking for our top 3, of course, for prize places. And then the exact positions they end up with. Dapley 2-starring a Berserker now. Oh my goodness. Dapley is now on a 9-game win streak. Because the other 5 rounds have been against creeps. Actually, other 4 rounds have been against creeps. We've only had 13 rounds played so far. This is the 14th round being played right now. It's going to be a matchup of the Warriors. Let's see Who has a stronger warrior build at this point in time? Can Alif beat Dapley for the first time this game? Or does Dapley maintain a 10-game win streak? I tell you what, the stuns hit really well there for Dapley, and I think it's going to be another win. Just too many elite 2-stars at this point in time. Berserker putting in a ton of work, and there goes the final hero. So Alif does take a big chunk there, 19 damage. Dapley remains undefeated. This is a very, very impressive game from Dapley. He's leading with value. Alif was close, just doesn't have quite as many key 2-stars at this point. He's only got a 1-star General of War. There's a 2-star Kraken, I believe it was. That will certainly help. Ayush needs to go to level 9. He does have the crystals to do it, so he'll definitely be doing that after this round. I cannot see any universe in which Ayush does not go to level 9 after this round. Probably puts in the 2-star Stalker drone at this point, unless he 2-stars one of the riders. Maybe he throws in another rider.
Information collection complete. Generating data.
Yeah, how does Ayush play this? Let's have a look. He finds a Guru, needs to go to level 9. There it is. He's got the crystals to buy that Guru as well. He's just figuring out what goes where. So he's taking out Hunters and putting 6 riders, I believe. And he does do that. So I don't mind that.
This is beyond your imagination.
It may also be worth dropping Warlock to be... Oh, it's a tough call. I would actually probably drop Warlock just to get the Stalker drones in. Just because they're going to be doing so much damage. Maybe just take out the Goblin. It's a really tough call. He would love to get to level 10 because then you don't have to make that tough decision, but I'm not sure it's going to happen. This could be close to the final round if this is a bad enough loss. 20 damage can definitely happen in the blink of an eye in Turbo. It is going to be a loss, I believe. That Sword Dance is going to be too much. It's just a matter of how much. It's not going to be a big chunk in the end. The Dragoon will go down here, and probably Ayush will probably lose around 6 health, I would imagine. 6 or 7. 7 health. There it is. So remaining up on 13 health. Daeros next in danger of being eliminated on the bubble, as I like to say. 7 health. The 6 assassins aren't panning out. Doesn't have the Sword Dancer. We know that Sword Dancer is in possession of Cody, or Cody's in possession of Sword Dancer. PKD also has a 2-star Sword Dancer, and Daeros cannot find one. So I imagine that because of that, Daeros may be next eliminated, but it does obviously depend on matchups. Cody just found a 2-star Void Doom. That's really big. That will definitely help Cody. Dapley remains undefeated, which is craziness. Absolute craziness. That Void Doom. Oh, I think this might be it for Daeros here. The Void Doom find was so big for Cody. He's got the Sword Dancer. Daeros doesn't, so it is going to be another elimination here. Let's check in on Ayush. Ayush is going to get the win. He's got the Hunters back in. He took out Warlock to do it, and I think it was the right play. He actually took out both Misfortune and the Voodoo Elder, so he gave up Undead also. Once again, I don't mind that, because those Stalker drones just deal a ton of damage. Alif has dropped down to 10 health. Lily won't be real happy about that. Dapley remaining undefeated. Has 2-starred almost everything. Doesn't have to use the Guru to 2-star their Executioner because he's got so much health. He doesn't have to win with 60 health. He can have 1 health. As long as he wins, he wins. He does go all in on the Guru. So there it is. Everything is 2-starred but the Werewolf. This is looking like a very solid endgame build. He would love to replace the Voodoo Elder, I imagine, with a Void Doom. But he's got to find the Void Doom for that to happen. So it's going to be Dapley versus Cody. Ayush actually lucked out and got the mirror match there. So Ayush won't be going anywhere. He definitely should win that. I think Cody may actually hand Dapley his first loss. Here we go. Dapley taking damage for the first time this game. Cody looking very good. And Alif also surviving that round. So PKD down to 7. Next on the bubble. Cody looks to have the strongest assassin build at this point. Very, very interesting. But once again, anyone can win it from here. Just depends on how it plays out, who gets lucky, who finds the pieces they need, who has better positioning. We do have an odd number, so we're going to see another mirror image matchup. Who's the lucky one? Alif lucks out with the mirror image. PKD versus Dapley. Do Dapley's warriors overwhelm these assassins, or do these assassins get the job done? The 2-star sword dancer has been silenced, so she has no shield, and that's a big deal. And it may cost PKD his tournament life. That is going to be it. PKD has been eliminated. Ayush has been eliminated. We have our top 3. It is now just a determination of order. Dapley, Cody, and Alif. So, Lily now very happy. Alif has managed to get top 3. Playing now for top 2, top 1. Obviously wants to improve his position as much as possible. Dapley clearly with the stronger warrior build at this stage. Also level 10, which helps. Cody, though, the wild horse, the dark horse, with the assassin build, with the 3-star evergreen, which is very interesting. He's using that for the Elf bonus, along with Sword Dancer and Stinger, to give Sword Dancer that extra dodge ability. A 22% chance, I believe. 25% chance to dodge when you got 3 elves out on the board. So we will watch this from Alif's perspective. Can he survive another round? Who gets the mirror match as well? This is going to be very close. Who gets the mirror? That is... There's a ton of luck involved right now. It's completely random. 2-star Night Owl there from Cody. Rank ain't nothing. No, that's right. Alif is a pawn rank in Turbo, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have the experience. And he's definitely showing us that. There's going to be Alif versus Cody. Is it Cody's mirror or is it Cody's real battle? Uh-oh. The game's glitched out. Okay, the battle has begun. So it is Alif versus Cody. Dapley lucked out with the mirror. So this could be an elimination for Alif unless he can sustain against these assassins. I'm not sure it's going to be enough. I think this is going to be the end of the road for Alif. It is. We glitched out a little bit with the battle there, but Alif does go out in 3rd position there. So we are down to our top 3. Alif, congratulations on placing. That is a prize placing position. We are looking now for our top 2 placings between Dapley and Cody. Going to be very interesting. Warrior versus Assassin. It's a pretty classic matchup. Cody now with the more expensive build because of the 2-star undead mage, the dark mage Apocalypse. Let's see how this plays out. We are watching from Dapley's perspective. So warriors in green, assassins in red, General of Warstun coming through there. The warriors are holding up very, very well. Incredibly well, in fact. The Sword Dancer being silenced is really costly, and it's going to cost Cody 20 health there. That may only be one more bad loss away from elimination. Dapley still on 51 health. An incredible performance from Dapley this round. Yes, that is a very nice result, especially if Alif is primarily a classic player, because it, as Chogo touches on in chat, it definitely is a different beast. Oh my goodness, a 3-star executioner, that is terrifying. That may have just won Dapley the game. That is really, really scary. Those assassins, they need to be backlined, I think. I'm not sure the frontlining them is a good idea, because then they're reasonably predictable with the way they jump. Come on, server, don't do this to me. So we're going to see another win absolutely here from Dapley. It may not be enough to eliminate Cody. Cody might have another round left to try and make something happen. He will, in fact. So he takes 11 damage, which leaves him on 11. We have one more battle before the next creep round. Can Cody make magic happen? Let's see what's happening in his shop. He doesn't have many crystals, and he's not finding what he needs. He's unable to 3-star the Head Reaper. So I think this is Dapley's game to lose now. One final round. My guess is that Dapley takes it out. Let's see how this pans out. Okay, so Cody changes back to the back there, which means the assassins will jump randomly. I like that. Here we go. Is this the final round in this Turbo Triple tournament? Does Dapley regain his crown as tournament winner, or can Cody come back with a big upset? It's not going to be enough. Once again, the silence hitting... Actually, the silence hit Venom this time, so Sword Dancer does stay up. There's just too many warriors to deal with, and Dapley gets the win. A great performance in the final round from Dapley, but also a very nice performance from both Cody and Alif to finish second and third there. Congratulations, Dapley, Cody, and Alif. Let me go ahead and update those results. Great work there. We can now end that lobby with our 3 winners. Fantastic work. Oh, really, really impressive stuff. So we see the Warriors outlasting the Assassins, but there were lots of Warrior and Assassin builds in that game. You can see that is where the meta is right now. Warriors, Assassins, and Riders, and any one of those 3 builds can win with the right composition. That is for sure. Actually, while we're here, I just want to give a shout out to Lily. Lily did send me some shining nuts earlier, and I'm slowly climbing up on the global leaderboard. I'm now up to 61 globally with the amount of shining nuts. So big thank you to everyone that has been sending me those. I'm very, very close to climbing a few more positions as well. And in fact, there is my Indonesian content creator counterpart in Kudu Koklat sitting at 58th position. So I'm not that far from passing Kudu Koklat. So let's hope I can do that over the next day or two. But I appreciate everyone that's been dropping those shiny nuts. Thank you very, very much. Congratulations to our tournament winners, Dapley, Cody, and Alif. Thank you everyone for stopping by. Just going to drop the Discord chat command in real quick so that I can share that link through, or for some reason there's an error with Twitch chat. Anyway, YouTube got it. If you would like to participate in a future tournament, they are free to enter and you can win real prizes. So definitely jump on my Discord, all the details in there. Thank you, Lily. Thank you, Ayush. It's going to be all Turbo for me. Turbo is my specialty. So Fried Sweet Tea hopefully comes back with his classic tournament soon. And until then, and until next time, I will see you all later. Thank you so much for watching.